Welcome back to the Beard Bros podcast. Hey, how y'all doing? It's a nice little Saturday, football Saturday. Let's shout out our plug, our sponsor, Mad Manny. Lord have mercy. Y'all know where to find it. Y'all know what to do. We've said this multiple times. Y'all need to show the man love. Shout out, Manny. So, who are you, mister?
My name's Cade. Mine's an artist. No, I'm just hometown
He just
boy.
knocked at the door.
He's like, I heard y'all had a podcast.
wanted to get on. Just kidding.
It's the big homie.
He's a youngster. How old are you?
19.
19. You go to Portales?
Yes, sir.
And did you go there for football, or you just went there because that's where you preferred?
Well, I got good money to play football there, so it was just the best pick for me.
Which position?
Linebacker.
Okay. Is that a position you've been playing forever?
Well, I've been playing everywhere since I was a little kid, but
Okay.
my coach in high school kind of isolated me linebacker once I got my sophomore year.
Nice. And so, was there ever a choice between Goddard and Ross Ohio? Was it Goddard all the time?
Low key, I always thought I was gonna play for Gateway because that's where
Okay.
I went for middle school. But then I moved and I got back into public school,
Mhm.
and then I was gonna go to Goddard for a little bit until Coach Lynn got there.
Okay.
Coming back from when he was a real estate dude. So then my dad was like, "You're gonna go to Ross Ohio."
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
And all my boys were going there too, so it wasn't a hard decision.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that happens.
You won a championship, right?
Yeah, we went to state my senior year.
Nice, and then they just won back to back. So
Yeah,
that's
those are
pretty
some
cool.
dogs.
Then they got one another one with my dog Freddie.
Freddie and Naya,
Yeah,
huh?
right. That team's solid.
The coaching is good. I think that's where it starts. How's your coaching in Portales? I don't want to
I like it. I like
Yeah.
what Coach Lee's doing down there. Yeah, he's,
Okay.
we just won a bowl game.
Nice.
We've just gone up and up and up and up. We've upset ranked teams, won a bowl game.
And you are D2.
Mhm.
Okay. Hey, that's what's up, man. Where's one of the places you got to travel this year that was or even a game you played in?
So a lot of us freshmen stayed scout team.
Okay.
So we were just Coach Lee's little dummies. So us freshmen didn't really go anywhere.
Was there any hazing?
No,
No.
he's real
Strict.
he puts it down. There's
Oh,
no
okay.
hazing, no sexual assault. He'll get you.
Hopefully
he'll
no
get you going.
sexual assault.
Yeah, but he'll get you going.
But the
quick.
hazing,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like nowadays,
That's part of sports, bro.
no,
That's
man,
just part of
it's not
sports.
no more.
I don't
Yes,
think
bro.
No, bro, that's the thing with today's society. Not society. I think it's just the generation. It's like fighting. People don't really fight anymore. We could throw hands back in the day, and literally that's what it was going to boil down to. Nowadays, man, I feel like it's just quick to pull the weapon. And I feel like with hazing, it's the same. It's you want to do the next biggest thing.
Mhm.
And so back then you could do certain hazing, tape somebody to the flagpole, or
That's what y'all do?
steal their practice gear, or stuff like that. But now it's they want to do crazier stuff, like you said, sexual assault.
Yeah, it's a lot. Some of it's a lot, but a lot of it, we had just some incidents this year where it's just we get a bad rap, I think that happens everywhere because people see college football players on campus big, rowdy, rambunctious, and that's what everybody gets that's the vibe we give everybody, I guess. But we're actually
It kind of is. You're athletes, so I think naturally being loud just comes with the form of being an athlete, because when you're in sports, communication is key.
Yeah.
All the talking, yelling, that's just what sports is about.
Mhm.
So being a rambunctious crowd together, that's normal.
Yeah, I have to be loud just to scream in front of people at a stadium just to get everybody on the same page. I have
Exactly.
to know and get everybody else on the same page.
And if you've never been on the field or on the court, or not even necessarily high school or college, but Gus Mackers or high kid, it's loud.
Mhm.
And you have to be a little bit louder than normal.
Yeah.
So, no, I get you, man. And everybody will have their own perspective on it.
Yeah.
So, no hazing. How was the season as far as just overall? Good? You said a bowl game?
This season as a team, we got better, a lot better.
Okay.
And we have some good dudes coming up. We have a couple dudes that are draft prospects, for the NFL.
Oh, wow.
And a running back that was really good. He almost rushed for 2,000 yards this year. So
Fuck,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
But that's all we do is run the ball too.
Roscoe?
No, no, his name's Paul Terry, and he's a dog.
Yeah.
He is a dog.
Nice.
So,
That's cool though that you're even like. I think D2 is becoming more popular because you look at Carson Wentz. Wasn't he D2? He went to South Dakota State or something
I
like
think
that.
he's D1 AA, something like that. It was like smaller, not like big, like Clemson or something like that.
Right.
It was like small.
Yeah, he wasn't like super popular when it came to. He was popular in the draft, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like he was popular demand when it came to college.
Yeah, that's true.
So I feel like that's super cool that you guys are. Even the fact that there's somebody, even if it was just one somebody getting scouted or looked at, that's super awesome. That gives you like an incentive.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if I work hard, you know, there's gonna be people maybe looking at us.
Yeah.
Like that's what's up, man.
You think he'll get drafted?
I mean, we gotta see. I still got 4 years
Not
on me.
you, yeah.
Oh, him? He might.
You're gonna get drafted,
I'm
dog.
still gonna get my stripes.
Yeah,
No,
you're gonna get drafted.
he's going down. He's not going through the NFL. It's just like those like outside combines that get him through. So, but he's great. He's a great player, great dude. So
That's what's up, man. Best thing to do is learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that's the key to young athletes, whether it's like freshmen to seniors in high school or freshmen to seniors in college. Like learn from those people because they've been there. They like you said, they've earned their stripes.
Yeah.
So now you know a little bit. They're paving the road for you. So
100%.
is sports a big like is that what you're striving for as far as like a career?
I mean, I would love to coach. Like, I would love to be like a coach of my own football team, and that's the goal. But if God leads me on a different path, then it's a different path I got to take. So
that makes sense.
If I had kids, I could always like youth coach. But if there's something else in my future that needs to be done, then so be it.
What are you going to college for? Like,
I don't know. I'm still undecided.
Oh, okay.
So I still got this semester to figure. I think I'm going to go into education.
Okay.
So just so like I can coach, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And is it just? Are you looking more like the collegiate level?
I would like to GA right out like after my senior, like my last year of college, just like GA and get like my master's or something, finish out school, and then go probably coach somewhere college.
Okay.
Lord willing. So
that would be cool, man. That would be super awesome. Yeah, I know a few people that. One of the guys, I don't know him personally. I don't even know his name, to be honest. I just know him from high school. He's younger than us. He's a coach at UNM.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Joey?
Yeah.
Joey.
Yeah.
Love Joey.
And so, I mean, that's super dope when you see, like you said, there's so much coaching if you do end up having kids. There's that part about it. And
that fool always hooks Rich up with some gloves and shit.
I think
he was always coming through Ohio with some stuff. Like, some cleats or something.
You know Mark Marujo, right?
Yeah.
He used to hook him up too with like cleats and gloves and stuff. I'm like, damn, that's what's up. But nah, that's what's up, man. Coaching, I think, is important because we had a guy on here that his dad's been coaching for a really long time, like youth though. And all kinds of different things, but just the fact that he understood you're molding kids into being like adults,
like young men, like
you said, like I'm sure your coaches are molding you to be a man someday. You know, they're helping you, so it's not always just about sports, but it is more.
It's like life, like you gotta make the next husbands of the next generation.
Exactly, that's very true, man. So definitely take what they say. And take it in stride, man, because the next high school probably went fast for you, but now college is...
Oh, it's going to go even faster.
Yeah, man. Life starts just rolling, and it's like a snowball effect. Before you know it, you're just tumbling. But, I mean, that's good, man. At least you're in college.
Oh, yeah.
What else do you do? What are some of your hobbies outside of sports?
So, like, if I'm not, like, doing something for football, like lifting or something, I'll just, like, playing games with the boys or we're just chilling, like, somebody's house. There's not a lot of dude in Portales, so we just kind of make our own fun. Sometimes we go to Clovis and play paintball. That's pretty fun, too.
What do you mean?
Like, they have a paintball thing in Clovis.
Oh, really?
Go shoot each other, yeah.
Damn, that's dope.
It's expensive, though. It's really expensive. So we don't go a lot. But when we do, it's fun.
So you don't work outside of college, right? You just go to school?
I mean, I qualify for work study and stuff.
Oh,
so
okay.
like, I could work on campus, like around my football schedule. So.
Right. No, that's never a bad idea.
No.
It's a little bit of extra cash.
Oh yeah, that's like just my personal money and stuff, or like if I need to buy some more books, something like that.
That'd be cool, man. So, did you ever play any other sports?
I played basketball, I wrestled, and I ran track. I played baseball when I was little. I played all the sports up
Okay.
until like middle school when I was like, okay, I want to just play like these sports. And then in middle school it was just baseball or football, basketball, track, and I just
Okay.
did those. And then when I got to high school it was just football and track. And then like my sophomore year I wrestled, junior year I played baseball, just like
I was gonna say you have like the physique to be a wrestler.
yeah. I was JV wrestler, but
Okay.
like it was fun. I loved wrestling.
Wrestling's pretty tough, man. When you got to start cutting weight and stuff. And
See,
then-
but I didn't have to cut weight, so that was the
Oh,
best
okay.
thing. I got to go up in weight, so they just let me do my own thing.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
It's just because you were just bigger than everybody?
And they just kind of let me go. Yeah, they didn't want me losing weight for football.
There's no
Oh, that's
England,
crazy.
man.
So, bro, you've been in college for just a year or a semester.
Next semester, yeah.
So, what have you learned so far from
I
just
mean,
living in college?
just like
Okay.
I've learned a lot of independence and like discipline. Like from my and with my strength coach, he helps me too. Like I eat a lot better, and I'm running more, lifting more. Like I knew I was running and lifting in high school, but nothing like what I do now. So it's like there's just a lot more discipline. And like homework, never did homework in high school, but in college, like I had to get in it and get my nose in it, and really like pay attention.
Yeah.
So, I mean, college has done me good,
Hell yeah.
to say the least.
Hell yeah.
Huh. That's
So-
interesting.
So, you said you didn't run and lift like you do now.
Nothing
So,
like
if you
this.
came back and coached, would you coach the like high school football players differently than?
I mean, I have my own like kind of planned like how I would do it, but like I'm gonna take bits and pieces from like everyone that I'd take something from Coach Lynn or something, like, you know what I mean, like just to make like my ideal game plan, something like that.
Gotcha.
So,
See, that's what I think's important about coaching these days. And like when you look at Coach Lynn, I respect the man a lot because it wasn't necessarily they had what they like as far as players. Russell High's always had good players, but I always feel like it starts at the top and then it trickles down. Once you put, he set a culture there, and now that culture is nothing but winning, and that's what Russell High is established now as their culture. It's like we're a winning program, let's keep it going, and he's established that. And I'm not throwing shade at the previous coaches. I don't know who was in between Areola and Coach Lynn. Was there a coach in
no,
between?
it was just Coach Lynn right after.
Okay. So when Areola got there, I didn't frankly care for him too much. I didn't feel like he had the winning thing. And no offense, but like he really rode like Urlacher's cock a lot. Like he was just like, oh, Urlacher. I'm like, cool, you know, like I get it. Urlacher's good, and you played with him, coached him, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, we're not Lovington, so you should it's kind of like you, all good and all bad, you got to leave behind. Like, in order to continue success, you put it all behind you and keep moving forward. That's what brings more success.
Yeah.
And that's what and then Coach Chambers and that whole coaching staff before Areola, they had ran their course. Like they were at the end of what I got, and it just didn't feel right. They were really old school, and now I look at Lynn and I'm like, he's got it. He's got whatever it is that I don't know what you call it. I guess it's just he's got the sauce. I guess
He's got a lot of class too, and that's what separates him from everybody else in the state. Like his class is up here compared to everybody else. Like that man has class amongst everybody.
Yeah, he's a really cool. We've gotten the honor to meet him personally, talk to him, everything, and yeah, man. Like I love seeing how I'm not saying the players don't have they're not held to a higher standard.
Yeah.
But it's just nice when you have a leader. That leader is important. That's why, like right now, the Dallas Cowboys. I don't mean to bring them up, especially during playoffs, but it's important for them to sign somebody as a coach that's going to provide that type of leadership.
Yeah.
You got the players. Now bring in someone that's going to take the locker room by storm. Because Garrett, I never felt like had the locker room.
I don't ever think he had it held down.
No. And I think that's
I don't
important.
think so either. I don't know who would you put in that position.
There's only two people I'd really consider that I've heard, and it's Urban Meyer
That wouldn't be too
And
bad.
the only reason I'd probably put him second is because he's not ever coached in the NFL.
Yeah.
And that's kind of you see Pete Carroll. He coached in the NFL. He sucked. He went to USC, succeeded. Now he's in Seattle doing good.
Mhm.
Then you had who was the other? Jimmy Johnson. He was one of the very few people that were able to go from college straight to the NFL and do something. Who else was the other guy? Doug Peterson. He coached somewhere. Then he went to like Boise State or whatever, and
Now
then
he's the Philly coach.
now he's the Phillies coach.
Yeah.
And so you got your coaching, but typically the first time is they suck, and that's what scares me about Urban.
Who's
Yeah.
the other one?
The other guy was.
I heard Mike McCarthy was up for it, the old Packers coach.
They interviewed him yesterday and today,
Mhm.
and they're
That's not a
interviewing
bad
Marvin
coach.
Lewis.
No, that wouldn't be a bad coach at all.
Marvin Lewis, I don't like Marvin Lewis.
I mean, I'll give Marvin Lewis this. He took Cincinnati to the playoffs like 8-9 years out of the 15 years he was there. That's success. Maybe he didn't win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't really have a squad like that neither. His team was decent.
Who was the other guy that they were talking about? Not Mike McCarthy. Who's out there right now?
The dude from OU?
No, I don't want Lincoln Riley. I don't want the dude from Baylor. Who is it? I'm trying to think.
Harbaugh?
Yeah, John Harbaugh sounds
Jim.
good.
Jim Harbaugh.
Or Jim Harbaugh. But that's not who it was. It was a veteran.
I like Jim Harbaugh.
It was a veteran coach.
That's a fucking beast right there.
But either way, I just feel like it's important, man. Oh, Josh McDaniels. That's who
Oh, yeah.
they're considering bringing in.
Josh McDaniel?
He's the offensive coordinator for New England. And he went to Denver, he sucked it up, and then went back to New England. I think he could do something there with the offense. Because you look at New England, they don't have offensive personnel.
Yeah.
They're horrible on the offense.
Yeah.
They got Tom Brady, but even he's old. But
Yeah.
you give him, like, you look how creative they are with the screens, like, with the crappy wide receivers. You give him a Gallup, you give him an Amari, you give him a Jarwin, a Zeke, a Dak, an offensive line. I can only imagine how
Yeah.
good they're going to be.
That'd be
There's a few-
nuts.
There's a few coaches.
Who's your squad?
Cowboys.
Cowboys?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been fairly disappointing. But, I mean,
I think
what's
every guest
new?
we've had on is a Cowboy fan. I don't know any other one that we had on.
Nah, Josh Williams was an Eagles fan.
I think he's a Cowboy.
Aaron's a
He's
Eagles
Cowboy
fan.
He's a
Trey's,
Cowboy. It sounds like a lot of Cowboy
Trey's
fans on there.
an Eagles fan.
I don't hear it.
That's
But-
3 Eagles fans.
I hear a lot of Cowboys.
Lodge is a Raiders fan.
I don't know who you don't like football.
Who else do we have?
Nah, I just fucking.
Steven was a Dolphin fan.
We had everybody. We had Rob.
Rob's a
DQ's
Raider fan.
we had the-
DQ's a Vikings fan.
We had everybody.
I don't know, man. I look at the NFL these days, and it's soft. And if you have an elusive quarterback, you're pretty much setting yourself up for success these days. How was y'all's quarterback? Was he a scrambler?
Our quarterback at Eastern?
Mm-hmm.
We were on the trip, so he just got to run a lot anyway.
Okay.
So he could really move on his feet.
Oh, okay.
So
So that's y'all's offense
Mhm.
right there? Okay.
and really, it's a hard offense to stop. And if you do stop it, then you're good.
Right.
The people that stopped it this year were good. Like, it's really good.
There's Derrick Henry. Yeah, power running, giving the option of your quarterback to run or pass in the same play.
When he's like a triple threat.
Yes, when he,
Crazy.
it's just like it's like being it's like Durant. You know, he can shoot from way outside. He can take you to the hole, or he could shoot the mid range. And it's
Yeah.
like of all things, he could pass. He's all a jack of all trades. The quarterback's like that these days.
Except one.
Who?
Philadelphia's quarterback's not really mobile.
But that's the thing. He is mobile. He just kept getting hurt, man. Like that's the problem. And I'm still curious to see if he can
Tannehill's
stay
not,
here. Tannehill is garbage.
I don't
Like
know.
yeah, he
That
is
back half of the season.
okay, but Fitzpatrick did that too. Fitzpatrick had a good season.
Yeah, he did too.
What if they beat New England right here? Then you have some respect for Tannehill?
He's never beaten New England in his entire career,
Okay.
and he's one of the more higher. I think he's like top 15 when it comes to salary quarterbacks.
I think he could beat him today.
I don't know. If that boy right there can run like that,
Oh, what the fuck? Just a 12-yard run right there, easy.
Yeah, easy
I'm
for.
saying.
He's a beast.
Alpha's a
He's so
fucking
good.
animal.
He's so good.
He is. It's weird because he is huge. He's not, and he's
He's like
not
Eddie
slow.
Lacy big, but then like he has that.
He's not like
elusive-
fat.
he's
Like,
like
Eddie.
He
elusive.
reminds me of like a Bo Jackson. He's big
or like
and
a
he's
Marion
not
Barber,
slow.
like a Marion Barber. Like
Marion Barber's a good
Marion Barber was pretty.
He's not as
beast,
fast as Henry though. Henry is.
Well, Henry was. He's the only guy to win a Heisman in like the last 10 years outside of a quarterback.
That's because he's a beast. Reggie Bush didn't win an MVP.
Yeah, but that was in the early 2000s. And so did Mark
I keep
Ingram.
forgetting it's 2020, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's time has flown, man. You were
That is
born
crazy.
in the 2000s.
Yeah, I'm fixing to turn 20. Like my birthday was October 17th, 2000. Like
Dang. So
You can't
you're
buy cigarettes, man.
how do you feel about that? I'm
I
assuming
think-
you don't even smoke.
I think that's
but
so stupid. Like they can send me to go die for my country, but I can't go buy cigarettes or like a can of dip. Like I think that's so stupid.
I guess so. I feel like that whole nostalgia of like altering your mindset, it's backwards.
Mhm.
Like they have like beer, cigarettes, and then like marijuana, right?
Mhm.
And that's the order. They're like, you can buy beer. Before it was cigarettes and then beer and then marijuana, but now it's both of those and then marijuana or whatever. But I'm just saying, like marijuana, I'm not condoning it. Like it's better or whatever you call it, whatever you want. They're all substance abuse. But marijuana, I feel, is not as mind altering as alcohol or cigarettes, because last that I've heard or read is marijuana's never really killed anyone. Like I'm sure there's incidences that like some stupid stuff happened.
Shout out Deion Waiters.
What happened with him?
He just took edibles.
He
had like a-
overdosed on like a trip before they were gonna.
But
go
did
play
he
basketball
die?
game. No,
He went to the
but
hospital. He fucking.
he didn't die, but it was still.
But that's what I'm saying. Smoking like tobacco, you get like cancer and stuff. Like you're giving yourself cancer over time.
Yeah.
And then alcohol, like
you're
you
killing
don't-
your liver.
yeah,
if
you're
you
killing your
overdo it.
liver. You're altering your mind every time. You can't. There's only so much you can drink, and even then, like some people are different. Where driving is just not a good idea.
No.
And I don't know. Like I don't know. When it comes to the whole cigarette thing, I guess it's cool. I wish we could just get rid of like the whole tobacco industry.
That's what. It's,
Yeah.
That's where it kind of leaning to. I mean, 18 to 21, and then probably
I don't know if they'll push it further than that.
25.
I think they'll push the drinking age up before they push any other age up. I think they'll push that to like 23, 25.
Imagine
I would.
you wouldn't even be able to. If they pushed it to 25, you wouldn't even be able to buy alcohol right
I'm
now.
gonna start going crazy.
Calm down, Peter. No, I'm just saying, like, I don't know, man. When it comes to like the alcohol, I don't, and even tobacco. How often do you see like advertisement for like?
I never see like cigarette commercials or like anything like that.
No,
Like commercials,
I just
like
see like the opposite of that, like the
you see beer.
the anti like don't
like
do
don't
it.
smoke.
Oh,
don't
yeah,
vape, yeah.
That's
I
true.
don't ever see Marlboro. Come smoke a cigarette, have a good time. You know what I mean? That's
No,
like
they,
that, bro.
they don't do that.
Fuck no, they
That's
don't.
and it's weird that they don't do that, but yet they like cigarettes is very
Popular.
like popular when it comes to the economy.
Mm.
Like people are buying what they call
Cards.
current
Yeah.
of the cigarettes.
Yeah.
And it's like, why?
Bro, when I used to work at Family Dollar, there was this old dude that used to go in there. He would buy 2 cartons, whatever, and then he'll come back like the next, like, it'll be like a Monday, he'll come back like a Thursday. Can I get 2 more cards? I'm like,
Maybe he was slaying them. Just kidding.
nah,
Imagine.
hell no. This man was old. His beard still has tobacco juice all
But
over it.
Yeah.
I seen the meme and it was kind of funny, but then it kind of made a little bit of sense to me. Was there was like cops and they had pulled someone over and then they had probable cause to search the car because the minors were smoking cigarettes.
That's-
And it's like, okay,
Yes,
so what is? I haven't looked into it, but what is the punishment for
It's probably like an MIP.
minor under
Yeah, it would
possession?
have to be something like that. I don't think they can send you to jail for. I would hope they don't send you to jail for smoking a cigarette. Like,
but that's what I mean. It's like, okay, you walk up, and then there was another one. It's like when you're in Denver and you get pulled over and you've been smoking cigarettes, you tell your homie to light up a blunt to cover the smell.
For real. But yeah, it's probably just like an MIP.
An MIP. That makes sense. I guess that's true. I don't know. I just. Ooh, that sucks. They suck.
But yeah, cigarettes are a no-go.
Cigarettes are bad for you.
Cigarettes
don't
are
smoke
And
cigarettes.
don't
chew
Don't hit me up to fucking buy you drill pods, you little fuckers.
I don't know. Like, see, that's another
annoying.
thing. I don't know what what is Juul pods just tobacco too? It's just like
it's
vaporized.
Like, I couldn't tell you. I don't vape.
I don't know what
Bear
it is.
vapes all the
There's a
time.
weirdo.
I just like, I don't know. I never got into that. Like, I'm not saying I've never tried smoking a cigarette, but
I ain't never tried.
I've never done it sober. Like, usually I've been drinking and stuff. So I try a cigarette, I'm like, this is dumb. Like, just roll a blunt. Like, I'm cool with getting blazed, but not trying to. I don't know, man. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe instead of it looking like a bad thing, maybe it's a good thing they decided to move it up. Because maybe it gives you a little bit more time to decide, like, is cigarettes the thing to do or not?
That's true, because, like, coming out of 18, you're like, oh, I have my fucking cigarettes now.
Yeah, you're an adult,
Yeah,
technically.
But if
I
you-
didn't have. I never was like, oh, I want a cigarette. I'm 18 now. I wanted to go buy lottery tickets so bad though.
You can't buy those at underage?
No, you had to be 18. It's
For
like,
real?
It's like you can't go to a fucking casino.
Till you're 18?
21.
21?
Oh, yeah, it's 21.
Last time I went to a casino, they took me out.
For real?
Yeah.
That's true.
in Vegas.
Why?
I did that too. I don't know.
You know what, though? I think it's only alcohol serving. Like, if you can have alcohol on the floor.
Oh, yeah. 'cause
And
they
if they catch you winning, like if you're underage and they catch you, like they don't care if you're on a slot or something, but if they catch you like racking it up, they're gonna card you and then they kick you out and take your money.
Yeah.
What about, like, all of it? Or are they at least going to give you what
No,
you started
they
with?
don't give you any. You can gamble at 18 in Oklahoma though.
Huh.
I don't know why it's special,
I'm
but
trying to think who it was when we were in high school. They won like $700, bro. And they carded her and fucking didn't give her none of that money.
What? I guess
that
they must have just changed that too. I'm not the biggest gambler. Do you gamble? Do you bet on
I mean,
anything?
we'll play like cards with my dad and we'll play
Touchdown.
like quarters and stuff, but
Okay.
nothing like I'm not throwing big bills.
Tanner Hill.
They scored?
Duh, they're gonna win, bro. I'm telling you. It's a good team. Yeah, I used to gamble a lot.
What do you mean a lot?
I used to like fucking hit people on random games. I didn't even fucking like the team. I used to buy scratch offs too. A lot of scratch offs.
That is a scam.
I guess we could say I gamble because when we go to Portales, we'll throw 5 on like a game of Madden or something and play.
I've done that a lot.
But see, I feel like that's not
Like, that's like-
gambling. That's just a small friendly bet.
Yeah.
It's like $5, $10, $20.
So put in a bet.
Gambling
put in a bet
is
with
like-
the bookies, not the same. Put in a bet with your homie.
No, because the bookie can come for you.
And your
If
friend.
you
Yeah.
owe that person money, they're coming to get you. Like, they're not gonna just let that slide. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's either that or going to a casino out of your way and throwing down bills. Because when you go to a casino, typically when I've gone, I have my limit.
I've been to one casino, bro, and it didn't spend my money, so I was good.
The worst time I ever had was when I went to Vegas. And I was rolling, bro. Like, we were there for EDC, but it was 1 in the morning. Like, I just couldn't sleep.
What the fuck?
Went down there, I was gambling, having good ass time, like drinking, just rolling, and I was playing roulette. Got up like $500 right away. I'm like, I'm golden for the rest of the time. I'm just gonna keep going. Started losing a little. Before you knew it, I was back at even. I was like, I'm gonna switch tables. Lost a little. Kept chilling, and then finally I was down like, I don't know, I think about $500, and I was like, I think I need to go get more money. And I went and got more money to go gamble more, and I lost another $500 trying to win my $500 back. After that, I was just like, I just lost $1,000,
That's crazy.
like in the morning.
At 1 in the morning.
Fuck, bro.
That's when decisions are made.
Yeah,
It was-
bad decisions. Bad
Yeah,
decisions.
when I went gambling to the In-N-Out guys was the worst decision of my life. It was me, it was two of my homies. They were like, we were drinking already. It was like 9 o'clock. We were like, he's like, put your shoes on. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll put my shoes on. He's like, we're going. I was like, oh, yeah, we're going. Yeah, sure, right on, buddy.
Who is this?
I can't.
Oh, okay.
It's because we were drinking time. I'm not gonna put who
Oh,
it
okay.
was. But I was like, all right, put your shoes on. Yeah, you know who the fuck it was. It was stupid ass. But he was like, put your shoes on. I was like, all right, yeah, put your shoes on. Yeah, cool, whatever. So I get in the car. I'm just like chilling. I'm just sipping my little Miller Lite. And I just see this fool. He's all, film me. And he pops it and he tries to shotgun it in the car. And I don't know why you can't shotgun a beer in a car because it's like explodes, bro. He fucking popped it and when he did it just went everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck? So we got to the In-N-Out guy. So I was like, I'm not gambling, bro. I don't want to spend my money. He's like, you just fucked it. He's like, here's $20. Make some money for me. I was like, all right, cool. So I started playing. We started winning, bro. It was a good time. We were just clink, clink. Some old lady started walking around us because this fool was winning he won like $600. Then lost the $600 that quick. This motherfucker thought he was a fucking man. We sat at the bar. He looked like he was gonna cry, bro.
No, it's one of those feelings, bro. It's almost like I don't get depressed, but
That shit was
I was
fucking.
like,
For sure.
because I'm like, what do I do? Like, I'm not gonna go get more money.
I bought that nigga like 2 shots, bro. I was like, here.
That doesn't make up
Put
for
it here,
anything.
bro.
Even in Vegas,
$20
drinks
that
are
you
on the
gave me.
house. Drinks are on the house in Vegas. As long as you're gambling, they will bring you anything. And I was,
Yeah, that shit
the
was-
drinking wasn't even helping. I was like,
The
what
whole
do I
ride home, bro,
do? What
was
do
funny.
I
This fool
say?
was quiet, sad.
Now ever since then I have a limit. Like I'll put like $300 and that's it. Win or lose, that's
it.
I leave my card. I don't take it because I'm just that person. I don't like to lose. So when I lose, that's the worst.
See, I don't
That
even
is the
start it when I went in there. I was like, I'm not gambling. He's like, here's $20 for it. What
You
do
good at Madden? You mentioned Madden.
I mean, I'm okay at Madden. I mean, there's one dude that's ultimately better than me, and that's Bear. Bear always beats me.
Huh. I'm gonna
But like, I'll go
Bear's ass.
I'll go to
I never
Palace
played on.
and I'll beat I'll win.
I'm pretty good at Madden, even though I haven't played Madden in like 2 seasons. Like I haven't played in the last 2 years, but I bet you I'm still good.
Like Madden and 2K, those are the only games we play. That's all we do when we're not practicing really. Or lifting.
Just chilling.
I'm still good at 2K, bro. I'm a beast.
I feel like you're not.
I played the other day and I fucking was whipping ass.
Is this online?
I was playing Gabe's fat ass.
Oh my gosh.
But he
Gabe.
was whipping everybody's ass, low key.
Oh,
Nah, he didn't whip everybody. He beat Matt, low key.
was Matt sucky?
No, Matt was pretty good. It's because he plays with the Lakers, bro. Gabe, so it's
Oh, so he's
kind of hard to
not
fucking,
stacked.
it's kind of hard to guard those fools.
Braun and AD.
I play with the Heat, so you know Jimmy Buckets.
I seen last night AD went off for like 43.
46.
46?
Yeah, 46 and like 10
You see
doors.
what LeBron put on his Instagram story?
Uh-uh.
He put made a bad trade or gave up too much or something like that, and he put on the bottom LOL. And it was just a stat line from AD.
What a guy.
I don't like the trolling like that. Like,
That shit is
to
I think
me,
it's kind of funny.
Yeah,
I kind of
to
like it a
me
little
it's
bit.
not funny. It's like, bro,
Tickle
Like-
Alonzo from his dad and his family.
yeah, like, honestly, I just feel like it's like
That's
you're
what that
telling
is.
everybody you're fake. Because before, last year, you were like, Lonzo Ball and all these fools, and now all of a sudden they're gone.
Well,
You
you
got
gotta
one of the
hype-
best players.
you gotta
It's
hype
like,
them up,
oh, yeah, we traded way too, like, but last year, bro, what, and I get it's a business, but
You gotta do what you gotta do to win.
nah, no, man, I don't like that. I'm just
That
like,
shit's funny, bro. I started laughing.
That's just a lot of the NBA though. Like, if you don't have a built power of like 2 or 3 players, like, you're not gonna win.
that is what it is now. Like,
Yeah.
it literally, you have to have 2 good players, and then you have to have
Then you
decent
role players. Yeah.
But see, I've always been a believer of that too. Is like in every sport, if you just had people that understood their role, like I hate when people get sensitive.
Mhm.
It's like, bro, you're not this, you're that.
Yeah.
If you do just this, don't do more, don't do less, just do this. We're good for that spot.
Yeah.
Like lineman, I feel like that's
don't be
what
a hero. Like, just do your job.
exactly,
That's
bro.
Miami Heat basketball. They don't have really, besides Jimmy Butler, everybody else is just role playing.
But I see
Tyler Heroes,
Yeah.
crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like right now you have LeBron and you have AD. they're your guys, okay? Then everyone else you gotta have like, hey, McGee, guard the rim, get the boards. Dwight Howard, guard the rim, get the boards. Whoever else, like Rondo, like he doesn't really need to play point guard. Just guard and maybe hit a mid-range jumper every so often. When you've got those role players, but then you got other people like Carl Anthony Town, and he's trying to be everything.
He kind of has to. Okay. This team sucks.
No, man.
This team sucks. His team's like the third worst team
He's
in the
doing his
league.
best out there.
He's about
doing his best.
He's about to get
He
traded for-
reminds me of Kevin Love. He's gonna get traded maybe to a good team.
Golden State's looking for him. Trade D-Lo for him. D-Lo, you didn't see?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, bro, this shit was funny.
I wouldn't want to play in Minnesota either.
Shit was cold as
I
fuck.
don't think it would matter like for basketball. Like you're inside on the court. Like it's not like we were.
But you have to live there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just me personally. Because if I was to go to someplace like that, I would thrive. I would love it so much.
But I think you're different because, like, you're. How can I put it? Let's just say for me, like, if I would be the same way, I'd be like, I think the same way too, sort of. Like, if I were to go to Minnesota, I'd be like, yeah, I'm a baller, I'm an NBA star. But when you got the money there, like, it's different, bro.
Yeah.
It's like if you had that money now, you wouldn't be like trying to buy a home in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Like you'd be like, I want to be on the beach.
That's true.
And that's, or
I
maybe
don't
you
know,
like
me-
something
me,
else.
That would be me though. Like if I was to go, like I like hunt, fish. Like that would be me. Like I would thrive in Minnesota.
Who's
for sure.
a hunter that's like super popular in the sport industry?
Paul George.
He's a fisher, huh?
He's a fisher.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember. There's somebody else super popular, but either way,
Bosa would be like a fucking.
like I get that part, but I don't
It's
know.
like saying like, okay, you make $25 million, but the Roswell aliens want you on their team to trade for you. You're like, what the fuck?
They'll pay you what you're
Yeah,
worth.
it's like,
but
do
you
I
gotta live in
really
Roswell.
want to
Yeah.
live there, bro? It's like,
Yeah,
come
it's just
on.
like, I don't know, man.
After living in like California, it's like, you really want to
Yeah,
live in Minnesota?
I guess it's just like personal. I guess because D'Lo probably being in Los Angeles is like, or being in like the Bay is like.
Well, he played in Brooklyn last
Yeah.
year. So he would, and then he was in LA before that.
Actually, he might have liked all those three places. They're pretty
Well, that's
good
what I'm
places.
saying. They're gonna
I'll
just send him to the Midwest.
Yeah.
It's like,
Minnesota.
what do you mean? I'm going to Minnesota.
Minnesota with a WNBA team
Where
better than their NBA
there's
team.
barely a summer. There's like it's constantly cold.
It's like I give it up to Urlacher, like you said earlier, bro. You're talking about Urlacher. He stayed in Chicago, bro. That shit's probably
His whole career.
cold as
That's what I'm
fuck.
saying. And it's different there because they actually have to play in the cold,
Just
like
like a-
Chicago.
Right, you're thinking about the actual game itself.
Yeah.
It's like unfortunate as hell there, bro.
I always thought this, like, and maybe it's a little far fetched, but I feel like Pro Bowlers, in order to make it more interesting, why don't you travel to every stadium?
Yeah.
Like, they're always in Hawaii, and I know
Orlando.
recently they did Orlando a little bit, and I think 1 year they did Arizona. Like, why not go?
It's more of a vacation for those guys.
That's what I'm saying, but like, why not go to Chicago or New York
What's
or
it-
Minnesota? Like, Minnesota's inside anyways,
Alright.
so it's not like you're gonna be in the cold, but say go to Lambeau. Like, you're in Lambeau in
February.
February.
That'd be the worst.
That shit would suck,
Oh my
man.
gosh.
But I mean, you get the experience.
Or like trying to buy a venue in like Australia or something. You know how they play in like London and shit. Like,
Well, I don't think you want to go to Australia right
Yeah, they're like Australia's burning.
now. Yeah, like they're
Okay.
probably not gonna be a country.
that was
more.
a bad reference, man. I was
It
just saying.
feels bad. Like, I'm not gonna say it. I wanted to.
Or
say
but
it.
to like take the international of like beyond like Mexico City and London would be cool. Like
Yeah, because
like
That's
play something
true.
like
Football's
Tokyo or like
That would be
that would be
sick.
cool. I would
like
go to Dubai.
rip to David Stern, but he kind of made NBA global, and they need to do that with football. Like
Yeah.
make it more of a
Football is hard though because when you really, really look at it, you don't get the international like players.
Yeah.
You get Mexican
Nobody
players.
from Europe's coming, and China don't get big
Yeah.
enough to have a Chinese player. Like,
yeah.
They're not that kind of athlete.
It's like Mexico, like Costa Rica, probably your closest like NFL player.
Well, you get like Venezuela.
Yeah.
Like you
But a
get
lot of those countries are baseball. Like they don't play football. They're gonna they pick up a stick and
exactly
swing it when they're
they're good at it.
Yeah.
They're good at it. And soccer. Soccer is the most global sport.
Yeah, that's the truest international sport.
Yes, when you come down, did you ever play soccer?
I played when I was like little. I was like 3 or 4.
I never played soccer.
I never even tried.
I'd have been sick.
I would have sucked.
Just kidding.
I didn't like it though. It was too like organized for me. Like I wanted to hit people.
That's true. But then I don't know. Soccer, I think it's cool, but then I also think they're a little bit on the pansy side.
Yeah, there's a bunch of pussies.
Because I feel like the moment they get hit, they're crying.
Yeah, they're down. They're down and out.
You know a lot of soccer players?
Like personally?
Yeah, just like people that you went to high school with.
JT that drew up the skulls, he used to play soccer. Fonzie, the one that we had on recently, he used to play
He
soccer.
never got in a fight, remember?
No.
So yeah, soccer players are on the high.
Actually, the soccer players at Eastern are hardcore. Like they're low key tough. Like we got some kids from London, tough dudes.
I would always think
London. Yeah.
why not have a soccer player that maybe is good at kicking but didn't make like professional soccer go be a kicker in the NFL?
You think it's different to kick it this way, like up, than?
I mean, it's practice. That's all it is. You got the leg. You know how to kick already.
I know what I'm doing when I have a son. He ain't playing no running back YFC. He's playing kicker. Yeah, I mean,
if you had kids, would you allow them to play football?
Oh yeah. I would hope my kids play football. But I want my kids to play all those sports. Like
right.
I want them to find their sport, and then when they find their sport.
But preference would be football?
No, I mean, if my kid's good at soccer, my kid's good at soccer. I better learn soccer. Like, I just have
No, but if they were... no, what I'm saying, if they were really good at football, you would be...
I just got to do what they want to do. Like, I can't just force it onto my kid. Like, you're gonna go
I
play
get it.
football.
I wouldn't force anything.
My kid's gonna be a kicker. Fuck that.
I don't know. It's just hard because, like, we were talking... like boxing is high risk for CTE.
Yeah.
Because when you get knocked down, they allow you 10 seconds to recoup and possibly return to the fight, which then you most likely might get knocked out again.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're getting repetitive concussions within one fight.
Yeah.
Where MMA, you get knocked out, they're calling it. You don't get no second chances, whatever. And then football, they're getting better at getting you out, but I mean, you're constantly taking vicious hits, like
blows.
Yes, and I feel for you, man, because I feel like the linebackers and the running backs are the two that are colliding majority of the time,
and even the linemen. The linemen
are like within distance. Like you're just about, and I'm not saying it's not as big of a collision, but I mean you're still within a foot or two of each other. You're not at a full trot,
catching
boom, like that screws with people's minds, man, and that's my biggest thing is the risk of CTE.
I never played sports, so I probably wouldn't even push it.
I don't know, man. Like when it comes to my kids, like I would probably suggest they don't play football. I love football, man.
Yeah,
it's number one no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
But when it boils down to like perspective of kids or whatever, it's like it's not really worth it. Like I feel like they could do something else that makes as much money, if not more, than messing your brain up.
But then at that point, it's just personal preference. Like I'm gonna throw my kid the football, and if he catches it and runs with it, then so be it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm the same way. I'm gonna do the same thing. Like honestly,
I'm gonna wait till he turns around, then hit him with it. Gotta pay attention, motherfucker.
No, I would prefer football. Like there's a sport I would love it, but I would probably want him to be a quarterback. Like that's what I want him to do. I don't want him to be a linebacker or a lineman.
See, you got the quarterback mindset. I got the kicking mindset. But I'm telling you.
Well,
he would have been our kicker for the Cowboys.
We got a linebacker too. So we're getting a team together.
Is all your family like big like you?
Not really. I mean, so I'm not blood related with my dad. Like he's my adopted dad. So like I don't really know what my biological dad's build is really. But my mom's side, like my grandpa's like 6 foot, his brother's like 6'7", his sister's like 6'2", his dad was
so
tall.
you
His
got
mom,
that in your blood?
So
Do you want a tall woman or?
I hope I find like a 6'5" Swedish chick.
You sound like my boy Felipe, bro.
I hope I find the biggest woman possible.
But that's how it works. You get the genes and you put them together and they make a beast.
Yeah.
So LeBron.
Like if you go with a petite girl, you're probably gonna have a small kid.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
I'm just saying. I'm not tall either, but
Appreciate
in order
it, bro.
for me to have a decent sized boy or girl, I'm gonna have to mess with like a 6 foot tall woman that
Hell yeah.
it's just gonna be
And
hard.
like if I have a daughter and she comes out at like 6'2", she's a power forward right there, and then she doesn't have a choice.
6'2"?
6'2", yeah. If I had a girl that was 6'2",
She a point guard.
Not
No
in
way.
the WNBA.
yeah.
Nah, they're not that big.
No
They're not
way.
big.
Well, I think Brittany Griner
Brittany Griner is like the biggest.
6'5" or something like that.
They're not. She's not that.
Yeah, she said she could take Boogie Cousins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I was gonna say something really messed
Yeah,
up.
she is dumb.
That's not what I
I
was
know
gonna
you were
say.
gonna use the R
That's
word.
not the ideal.
No, I
that's not the
wasn't.
ideal matchup. That's not who I would want.
Yeah, if I,
Oh, she's 6'9".
Okay, so she's tall,
She's
but
pretty
like,
tall.
but still, like I don't think the woman, which is
I
gonna
don't
like
watch
the woman
basketball.
physique
You don't watch
compared to Boogie. Like Boogie's big. Like that's a big dude.
That's a 7 foot, 250-pound
Yeah,
man.
and she's. I mean,
I think she
That's-
can take
Ridiculous.
I
you.
know.
She can finesse his ass.
I don't know, man.
I'm just kidding.
I think the reason, like, I'm not intimidated by taller women. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't want to be.
Every woman's taller than me, so I got no choice. I got no fucking choice.
That's not true, man. Women, like, I think, like we're obsolete when it comes to men. Men are typically like about 5'10" and maybe taller. Like if you're around there, you're pretty normal.
Yeah, like
You know. And now if you're like 6'4" or taller, 6'3" or taller, now you're getting like you're abnormal now. Like not many people are that tall.
Yeah.
But then the girls, you're mostly like right at like 4'11" ish to like 5'2" or 3. That's like normal. But then you get taller or shorter, then those. Now you're abnormal.
Yeah. Like average, probably about 5'5", but like if you get any to like 5'8" and up, you're like that's a big girl.
Yeah, that's a big girl.
Fuck, bro.
I remember
I'm
there
on
was.
the verge of being a big girl to y'all niggas. God damn,
real.
y'all 5'5's the limit. Like, they got 5'4", buddy.
I just say, yeah, like girls that are bigger than that, it's just like, yeah, they're the
breeders.
abnormal ones.
So the 4'11.
It's not normal to be that tall. But I'll say this, like models are tall. Like
Yeah, they're big.
yeah, they're tall women. Like they're just tall and they're like 5'10". Long ass legs.
That's tall.
They're
Just lanky,
sexy.
yeah.
They're
They're
6
sexy.
feet.
I love models, man.
I don't
Like I
think
look
I
at a
do.
model and
I don't think I do either. Like models are cool, like,
I don't know.
but like
I do.
they're just like I think that's too small for me. Like
5'10".
no, like small. Like
Oh,
in the
petite
body,
white, yeah, they are very small. Like
Yeah,
they
bro.
have to.
Like I'm kind of a big guy. If I roll over,
so you
wrong,
want
I'm
a little
crunching
bit
it.
of a
Yeah, I gotta have a little.
like
meat.
some boobs and ass.
I mean,
and stuff. Because
I
that's
don't
the
know
thing.
that,
The
but just,
bigger
like,
girls
just
like.
thick.
No, well, that's what they come with. Like these models, they don't really have big boobs. They got like little bitty boobs and little bitty ass. They're not. They're not like rolling around with these big old tits.
She's all like this.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Shout out to the models.
like you never see, like, even fighters, like MMA fighters or even boxers, I think, they don't have big tits. Like, typically, even like NBA players, they don't have big tits. They're just,
No disrespect.
That is weird. I never even thought about that until just now. Like
Yeah,
I've never
it-
seen. Yeah,
Damn. So
maybe it's because I don't think they'll do breast reductions, but I just think that's how they
don't
are.
Like the sports bro, like pushes them down.
that,
Yeah,
that
I mean,
that's
it
some of it
does,
too.
but I mean, still, you know a girl that has big tits that wears sports bras and don't matter. It's like they're,
Don't
like
matter?
they're still big.
It don't matter.
They're just,
man.
they're just big ass tits. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
you can see the nipple. through
Damn. We gotta turn this conversation some other way.
Why?
gotta
I feel like it's a good one.
Dude,
No, but
I'm a loyal boyfriend.
we're not talking about hooking up with anyone.
I can't be talking about titties.
I'm just saying,
looking at titties.
when it comes to models and ballers and athletes, they don't really have any, and then other girls do. Maybe that's why they're not athletes. Do you play any instruments?
No, I don't. I always wanted to, but
Me
I just
too,
never like.
What's your instrument that
See,
you could do? If you could do
If
it,
I
you-
could, I'd either be like the drums. I want to learn how to play like the saxophone. The saxophone
Okay.
sounds groovy.
Yes, it
What about
definitely.
you?
The piano.
Okay.
I
Yeah, the
really
piano.
want to
Y'all
learn
pick
it.
some real seductive ass fucking instruments. You know,
What do you mean? I have a model sitting on my piano.
Is that what? You know what I would pick?
The
Ukulele.
guitar.
The ukulele.
The ukulele.
The ukulele would be fire to learn, bro.
Imagine to see or a banjo.
I just don't see you playing something like. I did say guitar.
I don't know. I
But
don't want a
still,
guitar. Guitar seems too.
That's
like,
too vague. Like everybody plays
Drums
guitar.
you could do, bro. Drums are definitely not hard.
Yeah.
The hardest part, like Martin, you know Martin, right? So at least he played the drums in high school, and he would try to teach me how to play the drums. And literally, it's like
Did you ever
allowing
fucking-
your wrist to be loose, like basically just like nothing. It's weird because he could do it. It's like, I'm like, I don't know how you're doing that, bro. Like I felt like I was stiff in the wrist,
Yeah.
but he used to tell me just let your wrist be loose. So, and he's like, anyone can drum. It's just a matter of like learning that technique. And
That's
so-
like something like that takes a lot more practice.
well, if you're trying to be a rock star,
Yeah, but like to like learn like a whole like especially like at this late like
it's never too late to learn, bro. If you
I
want to
don't
learn
know.
Spanish, if you don't know Spanish, you
Dude,
can learn
I
Spanish.
need to learn a language or something.
I do too.
I need
trying to learn
broaden my
Slovenian.
horizon.
Talk to Kobe in Slovenian. You see that shit?
No.
He was talking to Luka Doncic in Slovenian.
Luca, huh?
Luca's a goat for sure.
I feel like him and Lamar are the next like big stars of the NBA,
Yeah.
And NFL.
NFL.
What about Trae Young?
I don't feel like he's
Mm.
bigger than.
He's not bigger than Luca.
And he replicates Curry too much that I don't like it.
Well, that's like Kobe
What do you mean?
with Jordan.
Yeah, that's why no one ever compares the two. They were not the same.
They're definitely the same.
No. I feel like when this conversation gets up, I don't even like talking about it, but like Jordan is Jordan, Kobe is Kobe, LeBron is LeBron. They're not anyway the same.
Kobe replicated.
Kobe wasn't. When you really look at Kobe, and I'm a Kobe fan. He's my favorite player of all time. Like that's my dude. He wasn't as efficient as Jordan was. Like when he came to shooting, he could shoot 50 times. He's only making like 18.
Jordan had
like-
a fucking 45 vertical. Kobe was only a 38 vertical. Of course, he can't do.
I'm not talking about dunking. I'm just talking about
Even
efficiency.
Even
Nowadays,
be able to lift over somebody to shoot a jumper.
it's like nowadays that's what you want. You want accuracy. You don't want someone that could throw it 70 yards down the field. I'd rather have a 71 completion rate than 56 and you could throw it 70 yards.
Yeah.
Just like in NBA, I'd rather you shoot like 45 from the three and like 55 from the field than be able to shoot from half court. Like,
Yeah.
that's not doing
Like
it.
the half court shot's gonna be the same as the three that
Exactly.
you shoot if you just get up.
Like that's why Luca I think is efficient because his game is overall good.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not one dimensional. I think Trey is one dimensional. You put a little bit of a bigger guy on him, you're not really
So
gonna
you
do
don't think
much.
John Morant's gonna be one of those guys too?
He looks pretty
I
good.
think he's pretty bad.
He looks really good so far. And what's his name Porter played the other night.
He did. He
Twice
was,
already.
Yeah, and he looked pretty good. I'm gonna say, but
I heard a lot of people
Health
doubt me
is-
when I said
health
that
is
was gonna
key,
be good.
man. It's like Carson Wentz.
Fuck Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz
I don't even like his ass.
he needs to stay healthy, man.
I hope he don't.
And Lamar
I think
Jackson,
that's fucked up.
Lamar Jackson, I like what he's doing, but is it sustainable for a long period of time? Like look at Patrick Mahomes. He took the league by storm last year, but it's kind of flown under the radar, maybe
Yeah.
because of Lamar. Let's see what he does next weekend.
I mean, he didn't have bad numbers.
No,
No, he still put a really
but he
good
got
but,
hurt.
like, yeah, and Lamar just like shined. There's that man was doing things that shouldn't even be humanly possible.
That's true because if Lamar didn't do what he did, Drew Brees, Patrick Mahomes, and like
Russell.
Russell Wilson would have been the top three.
But still, Drew Brees I think Drew Brees is the best quarterback in the league right now. Like right now. Like as a leader,
I'll
of
be
a
honest. I doubted Drew. I thought he was done when Bridgewater came in, and then they ended up losing to like Atlanta, like this second or third game back. I was like,
No, I don't think that was his first game back. Like right after his broken thumb,
yeah,
he lost.
he either whatever it was, he lost, and I was just like, throw Bridgewater back in.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean,
they held true to him, and he lit it up. So I mean, you have to respect it.
I guess I expect nothing less because when you've been there for as long as he has, and he's as good as he's been, it's like you have. It's like Brady right now. No offense, he's old.
He's old.
And he's
old.
not that good anymore. But they're staying true to him. They're like, but I'm interested. You think this was his last year?
I think he's gonna be forced out like Peyton did. Like Peyton was forced out of Indianapolis pretty much, and kind of like
Do
drifted.
you think he goes somewhere else?
I feel like as long as he still has his killer instinct, they keep him. Bill Belichick won't fold on him. Not as long as they've been together.
If I was him, I think he'd go to like Detroit.
Ooh, that would suck.
Detroit's coach wasn't he the fucking old coach?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Patricia. He's
he would probably,
the defensive
he'd probably
coordinator.
go fuck with his homie. You know what I mean? And he has a good receiving core like Galladay and Jones.
I don't think Brady would leave.
I think he would.
I think
if they were to get him to leave, he would just call it right there.
Yeah,
like, that would
I
be it
think
for
he
him.
would.
I don't
He
think,
would be
I
done.
think he wants to go on his own terms though. I don't think he want to be forced by England.
Yeah, bro, but when you leave it, when you constantly are leaving it in thin air, like you're just like, I don't know what I'm doing. What are you expecting from New England? It's like, hold up, bro. Maybe they all know. Maybe Robert Kraft and Belichick, they all talked to him and sat down. But as far as everyone else knows, he hasn't made a decision.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. Like, you got these young quarterbacks coming out this next year, and then next year as well. Like, you got Lawrence coming out the following year. Tua might end up staying one more year. Like, and then this year you got Herbert from Oregon. You got the Washington State guy. Like, you got people coming out. You have to get ready for the end of Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Can't wait forever.
But I think New England, because New England made a good quarterback out of Jimmy G. Like, he did go 2-14. That one, like, last year, I think. They like, had a really bad
But he
year.
got hurt.
Yeah. But they've made a good leader and quarterback out of Jimmy G through New England.
Both their quarterbacks were good.
Yeah.
Brissett and fucking Jimmy.
I feel like
Yeah,
Brissett's
Andrew
not-
Brissett.
He's not bad. He's just not
No,
good.
he's like Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's yeah.
He's
I would say that's a good.
He's like a mid-level quarterback.
Yeah, he's not who you're, but he's not a franchise quarterback.
No.
And that's basically what I'm saying
He'll
is,
put numbers up for you though.
in order,
They'll get it done.
like Tom Brady ain't playing forever.
Yeah,
It-
like, you
it's-
can't. Like, it's just the nature of the game.
Yes, like,
All the time
and as
on the
far
team.
as I mean, he's winning right now.
By
Look,
three.
and speaking of all three of them mofos,
Robert Kraft's a G. I bet she's wearing some.
you know
fucking Air
Tom
Force
Brady
Ones.
has like 33 playoff wins.
That's more than some
All
fucking-
time. That's almost 2 extra seasons. That is 2 extra seasons.
That's almost more than fucking some quarterbacks. Like that's probably more wins than Jake
Yeah.
Malone.
It's more. It's more wins than Patrick, Lamar, and who was it? Oh, Josh Allen. He has more wins than all of them
Combined?
that they've had so far. No, not combined. Just since they've been in the league.
Oh, okay. He probably has more wins than a lot of people. Like
'cause
career-wise.
He's been there forever.
Is he the GOAT? Like
GOAT in all sports,
like
or GOAT in football?
like. Let's just keep it in NFL. We won't say of all time, like ever, but like of all sports, but just football.
GOAT, like, leader-wise, he might have... Him or Drew Brees have to be, like, right there for, like... I don't know. I think Drew Brees is better than Tom Brady. But
You sound
it's-
like a Saints fan.
I'm not a Saints fan, though. I just really like Drew Brees.
No,
when
he
he's
is
not.
good though. He is good.
Are we just gonna forget about number 18?
Ew.
Hayden.
Oh.
That was a beast.
I'm sorry. He's a regular season quarterback. Every time he met Tom Brady and Belichick, he more times
So,
than that.
so we can't do regular season. It's just
It's all time. Like it's everything. It's
He
both
put-
regular and post.
he's put numbers up.
I'm not saying
He's
he
won
did
2
it.
Super Bowls, and he has the records of backing shit up.
He still lost the Super Bowl too. He's 2-1. Would you rather be 2-1 or 6-3?
6-3.
6-3, but I like his stats.
It's like you want to be 6-0 or you want to be 3-6. Which one would you prefer?
You're right.
You're LeBron at 3-6, or you're 6-0.
But you
You're
kind of
Michael
got to put Tom
Jordan.
Brady in a box because you don't have the numbers like how everybody else does.
No, but think about the players he's had. The one year he really got somebody good, Randy Moss. I'll say they didn't finish the job, but they put up the most touchdowns between a quarterback wide receiver in a season.
Yeah, Randy Moss, Gronk, and
Julian
Edelman.
Hold on, he didn't have all those at one time.
Not at one time, but that's who he's had.
And who's the other little fucker?
Julian Edelman?
Julian Edelman's good.
He ain't even in my top 10 wide receivers of all time.
But
you'd have to distinguish him as like a slot back.
Okay, fair, but
McCaffrey.
still. That's like saying Christian McCaffrey is the best.
But who did Tom Brady Peyton Manning have? Peyton Manning had Marvin Harrison, Dallas Clark.
And Reggie Wayne.
Oh yeah, Reggie Wayne.
And he had Edwin James.
He had Demaryius Thomas in the Broncos.
And he had Dwight Freeney. He had Bob Sanders.
Okay, we're gonna go defense. Come on, man.
Okay,
so this motherfucker had all kinds of. Look at his corners.
Yes, his defense was good back in the early.
Both McCourties. He has fucking Gilmore.
Now.
Patrick Chung.
And they're the number one defense.
Teddy
Statistically, that's
Bruschi.
the best defense ever.
Teddy Bruschi had.
This
Come
season,
on, man.
best defense ever.
He's had multiple Hall of Famers on his team.
Hold on. Like I said.
He had Darrell Reeves.
How about this? Nate.
He had Darrell Reeves. And then,
okay, hold on.
Go for it.
Name your 3 top quarterbacks. Ever. I can guess one of yours.
Joe Montana.
Okay.
For sure. Tom Brady.
Okay.
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino. I'm going Peyton Manning. And I'll probably go with. Fuck, I don't know. Third one. Aaron Rodgers. I like Aaron Rodgers too.
I'm throwing Drew Brees above Aaron Rodgers. Drew Brees is floating for me too because I think he's better than Dan Marino.
Yes, very much so. I'm exactly the same. I'm Dan Marino, Brady, and Joe. Those are my 3. And Dan Marino was like, I can put the Super Bowls behind me to appreciate a good quarterback. That part does not. I don't care about the Super Bowls so much, but when it comes down to Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, they were the same era at the same time. They went head to head. I know they're not playing each other directly, but the quarterback gets the most credit and the most criticism. So when you lose,
but when you have a better defense than the Colts,
it doesn't matter, bro.
It does. Head to head.
If you're the best, you get jobs done. That's what it is.
Tom Brady could have been on the Colts and beat that New England defense.
That's like saying Dak Prescott couldn't go to the Eagles and Wentz come to the Cowboys, and you're going to tell me that that'd be better than us.
They would suck. Exactly. You put Tom Brady on the Colts, he's winning 2 championships.
No, I think Tom is good enough to carry a squad.
No.
He's smart enough.
No.
I'm not saying Belichick isn't
Maybe
important.
Maybe in his prime. Like 10 years ago, Tom Brady could have done that.
Yes, definitely. Not now. You take probably Peyton Manning's best year and Tom Brady's best year, which was probably the year with Randy Moss.
I think, Tom Brady's definitely blowing that out of the water. Tom Brady was...
And Joe Montana was just ridiculously good.
But he had, Jerry Rice.
Yeah, that's true.
He
did have it. That's why Dan Marino would probably be... No, I can't put him above Brady, bro.
He had a good-ass running back. What was it? Zonka? Fucking the running back?
But I'm just saying, when it comes to the 2 quarterbacks... Who's your favorite... Who's the one athlete of all time that just...
Wows you?
He's the GOAT of all time. He made the most of a difference in the world, outside of sports, in sports.
I don't know LeBron. LeBron's done some good stuff, outside. LeBron's built, schools and, he's
LeBron has done a lot.
What about you?
I don't know, man. I'd probably have to put, Muhammad Ali up there, man.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's, just because of all the stuff with, his whole military background, and then his boxing, and then he got into politics, and
Muhammad Ali's a good one.
That's kind of...
I would either go Jackie Robinson, or
Allen
Iverson. Allen Iverson, one of those 2. I like that one.
I'd have to have you pick Jackie over Allen.
Oh yeah.
Allen was good in sports, but when it comes to overall,
I think he was better with.
He was low key a piece.
Yeah,
I liked him with people I liked how he didn't give a fuck.
Allen?
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck what you talking about.
That's like Marcus Smart, though, these days. Did you see him step over Trey Young last night?
That was stupid.
It's like unnecessary, just being.
Allen Iverson never just some dumb shit like that. He made the guy fall. Of course you're gonna jump over him. Marcus Smart just did it just to do it.
That's true. All right, let's end on this note. 2020, man. We'll just keep it general because we're over the decade stuff. What's your goal for the year? Like a big goal?
I just want to better myself. Like,
Okay.
you know, like I feel like everybody's got to grow. Like everybody can grow at the point that they're at right now.
Okay.
You can better yourself in any way. Like I just want to better myself in at least like 2 or 3 ways.
Okay.
So
What are those 3 ways?
like I don't like personally like I just want to like get closer, get more like spiritual. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
do better in that, and then like do better with my family and stuff. Like always like make sure I'm always there for them, and then just like school and football. Like that kind of just that's all one thing. Just make sure that I'm not slacking, striving, getting all my stuff together. So that'd have to be my 2020 plan.
There you go, man. I'll tell you, want a little bit of advice. When you put God first, all the other things will fall in line, man.
Yeah.
So keep on that track, dude. On that note, we're going to go enjoy the rest of this game, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like, subscribe. If you can, share the video with some of your friends or family. We appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a good year so far. Till next time, Beard Bros out. Peace.
Peace out.